These days, it can be hard to trust the media. What's true, what's fake, and who is behind the message? I'm a freelance journalist and videographer who has spent years studying the media. Now I'm taking a look at what local, regional, and national news stories mean to us here in North Central Washington. I'm Dominick Bonny, and this is Common Sense. Hello and welcome to another episode of Common Sense. I'm Dominick Bonny, and as you can see, we're still not in the studio because of COVID. So this is the home edition of Common Sense, and I want to welcome you to the episode. I want to jump right into the first video that I have prepared for you today. This episode is really focused on the impact that the Community Foundation of North Central Washington has been making this year. So there's 3 videos this episode, and they're all featuring the Helping Hands grant program. I was commissioned to do a series of videos this year following the Helping Hands grant program and to see and showcase the impacts that program has had in our community. The first video is featuring Thrive Chelan Valley, which has been doing some really amazing stuff in the Chelan Valley, specifically around food insecurity. So let's take a look.
My name is Kayla Hellison, and I'm the Executive Director of Thrive Chelan Valley, and I oversee all 3 of our programs that exist to serve youth, including Thrive Cares, Thrive Mentoring, and Thrive Teen Center. Thrive Chelan Valley is a local nonprofit that exists to serve, empower, and advocate for the Lake Chelan Valley youth. The program that we received a grant for from the Helping Hands grant from the Community Foundation North Central Washington is the Food to Schools program. It's existed under our Thrive Cares umbrella since 2014, and it's been a really great example of the beautiful partnership between community and schools as we exist to make sure that food insecure youth are receiving meals for the weekend while they're away from school meals during the week. The Helping Hands grant was really important for us as we found ourselves in the midst of the pandemic, just like lots of other nonprofits did. Back in March, when a lot of restrictions were coming into place and families were finding themselves unemployed and some even homeless, the Helping Hands grant really allowed us to be able to receive more support to get more bags of food out to youth. So we started partnering with the schools even closer to offer drive-through services, and we've served over 5,000 bags of food for the weekend for our food insecure youth in the Valley. First of all, thank you. We really could not make our programs possible without the generosity of the donors that contributed to the Community Foundation North Central Washington. Every dollar that we get in to be able to support this program allows us to serve more and more bags of food to our youth. So really, as we look at the 3 pillars of our small nonprofit, serve, empower, and advocate, the donors are really partnering with us to make sure we can serve our youth well. So we thank you deeply for the support you've given us. I think that this program is just such a beautiful example of what it means to live in a small community and have everyone's hands and arms wrap around our youth. It's been a really wonderful thing to see how the Community Foundation and Thrive and the schools have all partnered together to collaborate to really serve our youth well and make sure that they have hope through the midst of this pandemic and beyond. So we're very grateful for the support we continue to receive.
My name is Ali Adame. I am a senior at Manson High School, and I am Thrive Chelan Valley's intern. I am taking over the Food to School program as my senior project, so I help going shopping for the foods, and then I pack them and I deliver them to Manson schools, and starting next week we'll start delivering to Chelan schools. So on days that families come and pick up food, I make sure to deliver them, so I make sure everything's nice and packed, and I drop them off in the bus route right here, and we let Manson staff just distribute to families. This program is important to me because being involved with the community is always something I've always wanted to do, and they've always supported my family, so I've always wanted to find a way to support back.
When a community comes together and gives together, we can do great things.
Giving on a more of a community scale where we can pool resources.
They're more effective.
It takes a team to make something big happen.
You know people that are working towards that goal with you.
It amplifies your ability to have an impact.
A lot of people giving a small amount can make a huge change.
It's a great thing for the community.
Tired of sitting on your sofa ordering online? Shop and dine at Pybus Public Market this holiday season. The concourse is open for fantastic local shopping, takeout orders, outside dining, and tastings with heaters, fire pits, and tents. When you shop local, you're giving the best of our area to the ones you love from retailers who offer one-of-a-kind items, locally produced crafts, food, and beverages. Purchase gift cards or Pybus Bucks online or at their office for any Pybus business. Pybus Market, where community meets, shops, and eats.
From the ocean to the mountains to the forest in between, vacation time can be a fun time. But not if your car breaks down. Call Global Car Care today. Have a service approved over $150 on your vehicle, and Global Car Care will donate an oil change service to one of our local heroes at Confluence Health. Look for more incentives online. Global Car Care cares about their community.
Visit the Chelan Valley for the first annual Small Town Holiday Celebration featured at these local merchants.
Willow has it all for the holidays. From fragrance to home decor, jewelry, clothing, and apparel, Willow is Chelan's one-of-a-kind boutique. Discover the holidays at Culinary Apple with gift ideas for the whole family, including a truly local gift of sugar bee apples or gourmet fudge and cinnamon glazed nuts made in-house.
Be a part of Small Town Holidays now playing throughout the Chelan Wine Valley.
Something I think a lot about is the fact that we live in the most advanced society in the history of humankind, and we still haven't fixed systemic problems like food insecurity and homelessness. It's not that we don't have the tools to do that. It's just that we have not employed those tools. It's not a lack of resources, it's a lack of will. And that troubles me. And I think it should trouble everybody. So in saying that, this just highlights the power and really how special the Community Foundation is, and other foundations and organizations like the Community Foundation of North Central Washington, because they're at least trying through individual donations from people just like you and me in this region. They're trying to make sure that no kid goes hungry. And there are a lot of organizations in our community that do just that. And it's something worth noting. In this next video, which is a two-part video, we showcase a program called Un Bien Consejo, which is a live stream, a weekly, multi-times a week, live stream done by the folks at Cafe, Dr. Jorge Chacon and his wife Alma. And they've been doing some really important work, for instance, getting health information out in Spanish, important health information relating to COVID and vaccines. And these are, messages that, frankly, folks who are English speakers, Caucasians, might take for granted, but the Latino population, specifically in our area, is underserved when it comes to medical information. And so they've been helping to combat that problem. The second part of the video is focused on the Humane Society and a program that they established with funds from the Helping Hands grant to ensure that no pet goes hungry. Things are tight for a lot of people, and when you start to eliminate things from your budget, it begins to become harder and harder for some to pay for that pet food or pay for your pet's medical bills. And that's where this program from the Humane Society comes in. So let's take a look at this two-part video, and I'll see you after.
Hi, my name is Alma Chacon, and I'm the Executive Director of CAFE, the Community for the Advancement of Family Education. We got a group of us together and we thought, how are we going to support our families during this time of COVID? Because we had families coming in requesting assistance. And then we saw the need for providing information to families in our community. So we got together and we said, well, one of the things that we brainstormed was starting a live streaming using Facebook and Zoom. And so through this grant from the North Central Washington Community Foundation, we were able to plan this program and implement it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. We were able to get materials together to support the community, to provide information, We bought some posters that we put around town, and we're focusing on our program where we invite guests to come in to our lovely studio and provide a stipend for our, we have a coordinator, social media coordinator, and our program coordinator, who is Lisbeth Rivera, and Tonantzintla Chacon, who does social media. And so I think what it has allowed us to do is really to provide information to our community. And every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Mondays, Dr. Chacon provides a word of wisdom, or un buen consejo, which is very cultural in the Latin community. And then on Wednesdays, we bring in a special guest, and they provide information. Like tonight's guest is Dr. Mabel Bodell, and she'll be joining us tonight. And then Friday, we're focusing on the medical field this week. So Friday, we'll have another guest. And we have questions and answers with our guests, where the community can ask questions, and our specialists can provide some responses.
Well, un buen consejo means that it is a advice for the wise. Okay, simply put. Okay, and it in the community, in our community, it truly makes sense, because many of our elders are always telling stories, or they're giving advice to individuals, and usually we gather in the evening, and this is why un buen consejo, it came about. Because it's something that's very cultural, and everybody can truly connect with people gathering, family gathering, and telling their stories, and also giving advice. That's where it came from. Gosh, many generations, which is really beautiful.
I think it's had a great impact. We have a lot of people that come by, and well, they were coming by before asking questions. We still get them coming by every day, but people know about the program, so they join us. We have people that join us not only from Wenatchee, North Central Washington, but we have people from Mexico, California, Texas, and so it really has a broad reach. We've been really pleased with that. I think that because COVID is going around internationally, this is one way where we can reach more people. So that has been a very positive. As far as viewers, we get some regulars that come on, and then we also get people that share, and then people that watch it after the actual programming. And so I would say maybe an average of 200 to 400 views. So we feel that it's been very successful.
Well, first of all, I focus on what is cultural, because the intent is to truly connect with individuals, and we do this through cultural sayings. For example, in español, in Spanish, we say, el camarón que se duerme se la lleva la corriente. Okay? In English is, if you what would that be? If you sleep, you lose. If you snooze, you lose. Okay, there we go. I got it. Okay, so it's basically the same thing, only is coming from in the language is very cultural. Yeah, and so that's really the intent is not only to provide information, but also to do it in a cultural way. With sayings, I can truly communicate, because they know, they've heard of all those sayings in wherever they came from. Okay? And so this is one of the reasons that we combine our cultural sayings with what is occurring right now in our world.
So my name's Jenny Ulrich. I'm the volunteer and outreach coordinator here at Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. This year we received $3,000 from the Helping Hands grant What that allowed us to do is to keep our food assistance program running. The last Saturday of every month we hand out, this month we handed out actually approximately 2,800 pounds of cat and dog food. It happens the last Saturday of every month. It's income qualified, and so it helps people that need a little extra assistance that month. Our ultimate goal is keeping owners and their pets together. And so being able to provide food for their animals for that month is something that takes a little bit of the burden off. We saw an increase in numbers this summer, so we had started with about 50 as been our average number of people showing up. This last month we helped 73 people. We didn't have to turn anyone away because we were able to get enough food to hand back out. And that was bags from 15 to 55 pound bags that we were able to use and hand out, and people could get a bag of dog food and a bag of cat food. We're anticipating the need to keep growing through the winter, and because of the Helping Hands grant, we actually feel pretty confident we'll be able to serve this community well enough and not turn anyone away. Oftentimes people actually care for their pets before themselves too. So it eases that burden. They are able to get a bag of food. They don't have to worry about how they're going to feed their pet that month, or if they're going to have to surrender the animal that they love. And during these hard times, I kind of think that being with their animal is pretty therapeutic. So it just eases that burden for them for the month to know that their animal is fed and they can take care of themselves now with that extra little bit of money that they may have. I don't know if due to COVID if they've had to surrender, but we do see owner surrenders, and oftentimes it's because people can't afford either medical or the basic care for their animals. So that's what this food assistance does. It at least offers food. Oftentimes we have bowls, dog leashes, collars, crates, just ways we can possibly assist with them being able to keep their animals. So I would like to say we're incredibly grateful here at the shelter. This is a program that's pretty important to us. It serves our mission at the shelter, again, to keep owners and their animals together. And in the past, we've struggled at times not having quite as much food as we would like to have. But because of this grant and the hard times that people are having in the community, we feel like we've been adequately able to serve this community because of the gracious donors that made that happen. We're also serving communities like Upper Valley Mend and in Leavenworth, as well as Lake Chelan Valley Food Bank. So the food that's left over from our food bank goes out to those guys at the end of the month, then we're able to restock. They can actually look us up online at WenatcheeValleyHumane.org. We're working on a new website, but our old one's still in existence. And it lists all our programs that we have available. We have low-cost spay-neuter, we have our food assistance, we have a TNR program, we have a new clinic being built, and so hopefully there's more exciting stuff to come with that. But checking out our website, also for our adoptable pets, as soon as they're available, they are on our website.
I was born and raised in Wenatchee, but I left for 50 years to pursue college and grad school in my life, essentially, and I moved back 5 years ago. And I knew about the Community Foundation because my parents had been involved with it from its earliest inception, but I didn't really I hadn't experienced the Community Foundation as an impact in our community until I moved back, and then quickly discovered it serves and supports almost every sector of the city, you know, from seniors to students, from scholarships, food security, nonprofits, arts organizations. So for me, it seemed like a very kind of easy one-stop place to support the community, and especially since I wasn't yet familiar with every detail of the community. I was really essentially new to the community again. And then during the pandemic quarantine, I was feeling kind of helpless, and as far as not being able to do something, I felt grateful for my own, house and food and ability to sustain myself. But as the quarantine time extended, I did see a note about Helping Hands, and that the Community Foundation was really stepping in to provide a safety net for so many organizations and such a wide breadth of groups. So I didn't even hesitate. It made me feel better to support them, that I was doing something. I wasn't out in the field because I needed to quarantine myself. But the fact that the Community Foundation is so well coordinated and they collaborate so well with every, as I said, aspect of our community, I could trust them with my money to make it directly impact in a positive way those who needed help during this really critical time that no one ever could have predicted. The Community Foundation is very well run, it's efficient, it has its finger on the pulse of our community, I think. It's approachable. I think everyone feels like they have a chance to get support from the Community Foundation, every organization. So yes, they make it very easy to, for me, just as an individual, to help in some way.
Carol and I are very strong supporters of Helping Hands and the Foundation because we believe very strongly that giving back to our community is an obligation that we have to live in a great community. And when we give back, we lift others up, but importantly, we lift our own spirits up. And the Helping Hands program really helps our community to be a better community, and it sets an example for all of us, I think, that great communities are about giving, caring, and the act of kindness. Carol and I have a lot of opportunities to give, but we have selected the Community Foundation because of their sense of stewardship. And as Carol and I look at their programs, they are giving to a wide variety of areas: schools, the environment, business community, families. And for that reason, we really want to be a contributor because of that stewardship. Carol and I believe that for those of us who have been given much, much is expected. And we are very, very happy to give to the Foundation for their stewardship of our community.
With PUD rebates, we'll give you money to upgrade your house and reduce your energy footprint.
The rebates are real. Visit conservationmakessense.org to learn more.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in north central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks, so bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. wildaboutberries.com.
Businesses and individuals have trusted the experienced professionals at Financial Alternatives for their retirement and investment needs for 40 years. They offer a broad range of investments, annuities, and insurance solutions for people and businesses throughout Washington. Financial Alternatives will assist you in making informed decisions for your future. Call Financial Alternatives today and meet with their advisors.
If you want to learn more about the world of real estate here in North Central Washington, we have you covered. At Home with NCWLIFE. Join Crystal Hughes for a weekly dive into all things real estate. She'll sit down with agents, home inspectors, and professionals from throughout the real estate industry to help you either buy, sell, build, or improve your home. That's At Home with NCWLIFE. Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 and throughout the week here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
It's been a really tough year for so many people. People have lost their lives. People have lost their loved ones and haven't even been able to be with them when they, during their final moments, they haven't been able to bury their dead. And that weighs heavily on me. I see people struggling. So that's why, the opportunity to showcase programs like these three and others, I really relish that opportunity, and I'm grateful for the job that I'm lucky enough to do. And that's where I want to, leave this last episode of the season, is with a challenge to you and to our community to be a part of the solution. And if that means, donating funds, if you can, that's great. The Community Foundation of North Central Washington and other organizations in our region, most other charitable organizations in our region, really amplify the dollars that they're given, and they do amazing things with it, as we have seen from this episode. But if you can't donate money, donate your time. Find a way to give back, to volunteer. If you can't, be out in the community for health or medical reasons, there are ways, via Zoom, mentorship, literacy programs that you can partake in. Check in on the elderly, neighbor in your neighborhood. Check in on those elderly relatives, because they're really suffering too. When it comes to healthcare workers, show your gratitude. These folks have been working themselves to the bone all year, and they deserve our heartfelt gratitude. So yeah, that's what I want to leave you with here today, is I think that I've showcased over this season, some really important work that a lot of people are doing. And I feel so grateful to be a part of this community. And it makes me want to be a better person. So I just want to, tell everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I hope that you have a happy new year, and that we all come together in 2021 to make a better community, a better state, a better nation, and a better world, because it's possible. We just have to want it. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time on Common Sense.
It's the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event going on now at Pat Armstrong Ford. It's the most wonderful time of the year at Pat Armstrong Ford. Our deals are built for joy. Get 0% APR for 60 months on a 2020 Ford Expedition, plus $2,250 trade assist and 90-day deferred payment. Dash in for deals and save by the sleigh load. Unlock your merry today at Pat Armstrong Ford. We are community strong in East Wenatchee.
Aging and Adult Care offers many in-home care options and services for seniors and family caregivers. But did you know they also offer free in-home delivered meals? Aging and Adult Care has expanded its program for home-delivered meals to help elderly and vulnerable adults at this challenging time. If you are in need of prepared meals or know someone who could benefit, call Aging and Adult Care for more information about free home-delivered meals. Call 509-886-0700.
Green Motion e-bikes have rolled into Wenatchee. We've got fun, affordable e-bikes for the whole family. Portable e-bikes that fit right in the trunk of your car. Fat tire mountain bikes plus unique vintage style bikes you won't find anywhere else. Get some exercise with pedal assist or just cruise up to 20 miles per hour with the throttle. Starting under $1,000, Green Motion e-bikes are affordable fun for the whole family.
While it may be hard to resist those big brown eyes and pleading face, many people aren't aware that people food can be dangerous to pets. And it's not just because of the added weight gain. Some foods are downright dangerous, including chocolate. For a detailed list of dangerous foods, go online to pawsandclawsvh.com. If you suspect your pet has eaten something dangerous, please call Dr. Shauna Baez and her staff at 888-PAWS, as your pet's health is important to us.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.